Welcome to class. Okay, so today we will be guiding you through Yin Restorative. All right, feel free to do what suits you, use the props, all of that good stuff. All right, we'll be giving you options, modifications, and then we'll finish class with a little Yoga Nidra to end. Okay.
All right, wonderful. So we'll be starting the class in a child's pose. You all have blankets. Use the blankets. You can take any child's pose that feels good for you. So basically, come on hands and knees. Either open the knees wide or keep the knees a bit closer and begin to send the hips back to the heels, letting the upper body melt into your mat, letting the hips get a bit heavy, and just inviting the breath to the back body, back of the lungs, back of the heart. If your forehead is touching your mat, maybe the space in between your third eye is touching your mat, you can gently sway the head from side to side to kind of massage and stimulate your third eye chakra. That might feel good. In this posture, we're giving the body permission to settle, soften, melt. Feel your body getting heavy. Feel the hips getting heavy. With each breath, feel the upper body melting into your mat. Jaw is soft. Forehead is released. Take 3 more breaths here. Next time you inhale, extend the arms forward if they are not there already, and begin to lift the forehead off the mat. Look forward slightly. Keep the right hand where it is. Lift the left hand and then thread the needle. Reach the left fingertips under the right armpit side of the body. Palm is facing up to the ceiling. You can come and rest on your left shoulder, left temple. Three more breaths. Begin to bring your right hand in front of your face. Press into the right hand, unsnuggle the left shoulder. Extend the left arm forward. Let's do the other side. This time, right hand reaches under the left side of the body, palm is facing up. You can rest on your right shoulder, right temple, right side of the body. Take 3 more breaths. Bring the left hand in front of your face. Press into the hand and snuggle the shoulder. Beautiful. Support yourself with both hands. Walk your hands towards yourself. Shift the hips away from your heels. Tuck the toes under. Begin to send your sit bones up to the ceiling to a downward facing dog. If that feels nice, paddle it out. Okay, invite any movement that feels good for your body. Move the head, move the jaw.
Beautiful. And stay with that connection to your breath. We're going to bring the right knee, okay, towards the outside of the right wrist, and the foot will move towards the left side of your mat. So we're coming into pigeon. Okay. Once you settle the front leg, all right, you can shift the back leg behind you. Take a moment here to kind of adjust before you go down. Okay. Start to squeeze the knees towards one another. You can release the top of the back foot down. And then start to settle, start to lower yourself down. Feel free to use your hands as a cradle. You can use the block beside you and possibly place it underneath your forehead. And you can use the rolled up blanket as well. And snuggle it under your hip if you feel you'd like some support there. And then once you've settled into this posture, send your awareness back to your breath. The breath is soft. And at the same time, expansive. And if you're noticing any spots of tension, I want you to think about ways to soften. Maybe it's by repeating the word soft or release. Find softness in the shoulders, the back of the neck, the jaw, the tip of the nose and forehead. Maybe can you release the right hip a little bit more? And then we'll be staying in this posture. And I want you to just simply roll onto your right hip. It's a very subtle movement. Just let yourself naturally roll towards the right. Let the left leg do whatever it's going to do. And then resettle. You can use a blanket to rest your temple on, the side of your head on. Use your arm to rest on. of your body. They help you settle into this posture, into this space. Send your breath into any spaces you feel constricted. Three more rounds of breath here. And then you can begin to shift your body back to center. Place your hands wherever suits you to lift the torso. Gently start to tuck the back toes under. And then make your way back into your downward dog, however feels okay to you, whether it's through hands and knees. And then once you're there, take a moment, shift the hips side to side, maybe paddle out the heels. And then let's move to the other side. So bringing the left knee to the outside of the left wrist, allowing the foot to travel towards the right side of the mat. And then releasing the back knee down, squeezing the knees towards one another. And then allow your torso to release towards the mat. Maybe you place the block underneath your forehead, letting the edge of the block rest, the space in between the eyebrows. Or maybe you roll up a pillow or a blanket to cushion your head. Notice whatever sensations are happening. Notice the breath. And where can you invite softness? Where can you invite expansion? Where can you invite a sense of calm and ease into your body? And just like we did on the other side, you can gently lift the head to give yourself space to move, and then roll yourself towards the left side. Let the hip move with you, let the back leg move with you. Maybe you rest your head on your left arm or the blanket beside you. And then once you've settled, let the weight of your body guide you into this space. Invite a sense of softness and release into the rib cage, the low back, and each hip socket. And we'll stay here for 3 more cycles of breath. And then when you've completed those 3 cycles of breath, gently start to bring yourself back to center. Use your hands for support to move yourself away from the mat. Tuck the back toes under. And then make your way back into your downward dog. Once you're there, feel free to invite any movement that feels good to you.
Take another breath here. And then begin to shift your heart forward. Bring yourself onto your belly. If your blanket is on the ground, under your hip bones, that's great. You can keep it there or move it, whatever works well for you. Once you're on your belly, move the hips from side to side. Let everything settle, giving yourself a moment to settle on your belly. And then extend the arms out to both sides. If you feel like you're gonna hit to your neighbor, feel free to kind of stagger, okay? Like you can move a little bit forward, backwards. Palms are gonna face down. So, Kelly, try to just like remove her block and then try to make it as parallel as it can go.
Okay.
Wonderful. Come on your right cheek. Come rest on your right temple, right cheek. Keep the right arm extended as it is. And then bring your left fingertips in front of your face. Use the left fingertips to press the ground away from you as you roll on your right hip, right side of the body, right shoulder. You know your body well. You absolutely do whatever works well with the legs. You can bend the knees and then stack the legs, bring them closer to your body. You can take the left foot outside of the mat. You can keep the left hand soft in front of you, or you can use it to press the ground away from you. Whatever is working well for you, really. This is T-pose or broken wings. It's a yin posture and it can feel quite good for a monkey mind or puppy mind. It can kind of stop the chatter. Essentially what we are doing is cutting the blood circulation of that right arm. So it's normal to feel some kind of tingling, numbness, or sensation. Notice any sensation as they come. We'll be here for 5 more cycles of breaths. Super gently and mindfully, begin to roll yourself back on your belly. Take your time. We've been there for quite some time, so let's extend the right arm alongside your body and giving it permission to get back into the normal blood flow. Turn your left cheek and your left temple down as you extend the left arm away from you this time. Palm is gonna face down. Bring the right fingertips right in front of your face. Use it to press the ground away from you. Roll yourself over to the left shoulder, left hip, left side of the body. Do whatever feels good on this side. One side might feel completely different, and it's okay. Again, you can have the right hand soft in front of you, or you can keep pressing the ground away for a little bit more intense feeling. cycles of breaths here. Begin to gently bring yourself back on your belly. You can turn the other cheek and then extend the left arm alongside your body, giving it permission to get back into the normal blood flow. Bring the hands alongside your body, press the ground away from you, and then send your hips back to the heels into a child's pose. Taking 3 breaths there. Lift the gaze, lift the forehead off the mat, shift the hips away from your heels. Come on your sit bones, and then from there, bring yourself onto your back in a supine position. Keep the knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat.
And once you're there, take a couple moments to just allow your hips to settle, let the belly soften. Maybe let the knees fall in towards one another. And then we'll be taking supported bridge, so Dee is moving around and making sure your blocks are beside you. So your block should be to the right or left of you. You can go ahead and reach for your blocks. Roxanne's on the other side. There you go. And then use the soles of the feet to press into the mat to gently lift the hips. You're going to place the block widthwise, either mama bear or baby bear side, okay, underneath your sacrum. Option as well, if this feels a little bit kind of tender, the edges feel tender, you can place the extra blanket over top of the block to find a bit of softness. Arms can be wherever feels good to you. You can have them alongside your body. You can bend the elbows and allow the fingers to reach behind you. Let the hands rest on your hips, belly, or heart. Your body will let you know once it's kind of found its sweet spot. And then settle here. Let the flesh melt around the block. Let the rib cage soften. Let that softness grow into the throat, the jaw, the cheekbones, the eyes and forehead. moving with a sense of ease. You can gently begin to remove the block. Just peel the hips away from the block. Place it to the side. Once your hips release down, take a moment to allow the knees to sway side to side. You can butterfly them, open and close, whatever kind of feels good to you. And then staying with that sense of ease. And hug one knee and then the other knee into your chest, giving yourself a little love, a little hug here.
Keep hugging your right knee and then release the left sole of the foot flat on the mat. Open the right knee towards the other ribs. Reach with the right hand as you grab the outer edge of the right foot or the ankle, shin, big toe, whatever feels good. So same hand holds same foot, right hand holds right foot. Beautiful. Draw the upper arm bone back. So imagine you're trying to melt the right shoulder back onto your mat and the sole of the foot is extending up to the ceiling. You can keep the left hand wherever feels good. It can be down on your mat, it can be on your left hip. We'll be taking 3 more breaths here. And then super gently release that bind. Hug that right knee one more time into your chest. Give it a squeeze. And then release the right sole of the foot down. Bring the left knee into your chest. Open that left knee towards the armpit side. Reach with the hand as you grab the outer edge of the foot, ankle, shin, big toe. Whatever is feeling better, you can keep the right hand wherever it feels like. We'll be here for another 3 cycles of breaths. Gently release the bind. Bring that knee into your chest. Go ahead and bring the right knee back into your chest as well, giving yourself a good hug here. Extend and open the arms out to both sides. Feel free to soften the elbows. Turn your palms up to the sky, up to the ceiling. Let the knees fall over to right side. You can send the tip of the nose to the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. Letting the legs get a bit heavy. Letting the feet get a bit heavy. Even if your shoulders are not touching down, letting them melt. Completely surrendering into your mat. gently. Begin to draw the knees back to center, aligning the spine, and then sending the knees over to the other side. Feel free to look to the ceiling or look over your right shoulder. Once you've found that sweet spot, let the legs and the feet get as heavy as they can. Let the right shoulder melt. Begin to draw the knees back to center, align the spine, and release the soles of the feet down. Knees are pointing up to the ceiling.
Take a moment here to give your knees a little hug to the chest. You can wrap your arms around the back of the legs, the top of the shins. Maybe shift side to side. Beautiful. And then we'll begin to prepare the body, okay, for your Yoga Nidra. So you'll be moving your body into your savasana, and feel free to use whatever props feel good to you. You can place a blanket underneath your head. You can roll a blanket up and place it underneath the thighs or the knees. Taking your time here. And then taking a couple more moments to kind of move out any last little fidgets. Maybe shift the feet, shift the hands. begin to settle into your practice of Yoga Nidra. So take a moment to welcome yourself to your intention, whatever that may be. You can create one of your own or revisit the intention I shared the other day, which was, I am resting deep within myself. Using your intention to be really present in everything you experience as you're guided through this Yoga Nidra. Let's prepare by taking one deep breath in through the nose and then exhaling it out with a sigh. And let's do that again. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out with a sigh. And one more time, deep breath in and exhale. Float your attention to your feet. And let that attention travel to the soles of the feet. Notice any sensations here. Notice the temperature. Scan your toes. Can you feel certain toes more than other toes? Send your awareness and scan the top of your feet. Notice the skin and any sensations there. Feel your whole foot, okay, both right and left. Send your awareness to your ankles. The inner ankle, outer ankle, the whole circumference of the ankle. And if you feel any tension there, can you invite softness into that space? Float your attention to the calves, the front and back. Bring your attention to the knees. Feel the front of the knee. Back of the knee. Imagine softness settling in and the joint of the knee releasing. Float your attention to your thighs. the front of the thighs, back of the thighs, the outer leg, inner leg, invite all of the muscles that live in this space to soften and release. Float your attention to the hip socket, the right and left, and invite softness into these spaces. Bring your attention to the pelvic floor and feel the breath travel into this space. With each breath, you invite softness. Float your attention to the back body. Release the glutes, the low back, the muscles that support your spine. Bring your awareness to the front body, the belly, the ribs, invite softness into these spaces. Notice the breath as it enters the belly and the lungs. Each breath in, the rib cage gently expands. Each breath out, you release. The ribs resettle and soften. Float your awareness to your shoulders. The upper arms, elbow, forearms, wrists, front and back of the hands. Feel any tension release from each finger, knowing that you are supported, safe, and there is no need to hold on to anything you don't need. Bring your awareness back up the arms to the base of the throat. Invite softness into the jaw, cheekbones, eyelids, and eyebrows. Forehead, crown of the head. Bring your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, to your mind's eye. And invite your intention into that space. Float your attention to your heart space. Feel the back of the heart, the front of the heart, and all of the spaces that surround your heart. Settle here and invite your intention into this space. Allow it to move and flow, creating a feeling of warmth, a sense of comfort and ease. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And with that awareness, take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale out with a sigh. And let's do that again. Deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to invite gentle movement back into the body. Taking your time, moving when you're ready. Exploring your movement through the feet. The ankles, the toes. You can invite that movement to travel up the body to the fingers, the hands, and the wrists. maybe take a long supine stretch, reaching the arms behind you. And taking your time, rolling your body onto whatever side feels good to you. Letting yourself settle there for a moment. Taking a moment here to notice how you're feeling. Taking a moment to maybe reflect on your time this week. The memories you've created. The new friendships you've explored. The laughter you've shared. Letting all of that settle inside of you. So that it becomes a part of you as you move forward. Taking your time, begin to bring yourself up and find your seat. You can stay with the eyes soft or closed down. And then once there, bringing one hand to your heart, the other hand over top. In this gesture of honoring this space, honoring your body, honoring the time you gave back to yourself and the time you gave to others. And I'm going to share with you one of our favorite quotes. You'll need coffee shops and sunsets and road trips, airplanes and passports, new songs and old songs, but people more than anything else. You will need other people, and you will need to be that other person to someone else. An invitation to believe in better things. You'll need coffee shops and sunsets and road trips, airplanes and passports, new songs and old songs, but people more than anything else. You will need other people, and you will need to be that other person to someone else. An invitation to believe in better things. Gently begin to release your hands and flutter open your eyes. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Can't believe it's our last
How's everyone feeling? Good. We're gonna get the tank tops. We have a little gift for you. I was like, is there something else? Excuse the wrapping. We didn't know sizes, so that's why we're not giving them individually. So these are little memories of your time here.